I don't know which one this is, and these are going off. They're too short. I don't know what's going wrong with the video, so I don't get it on. So I want to say this on this one, and let me, well, anyway, um, I'm allergic to chemicals, and if I'm around toxic fumes in a closed space, my immune system attacks itself, and I get really sick. It takes different ways I can pass out. I mean, the inflammation is so bad, though, that over the years, they deliberately, and I'm talking about law enforcement, I'm talking about federal, state, the federal controls the state and local, because they can get stuff on them and put them under investigation, and they will find something. And I have to say this goes back to when I did a medical malpractice book, and it involved Larry McDonald, U.S. Congressman, doctor from Atlanta. I was living in Marietta, and I was writing about mind control murders, and one of them was Warren and Rosina Matthews, forensic pathologist at his hospital, Piedmont Hospital, where Larry McDonald was. There was other murders there I was writing about, and things. And it's so hideous, you want to just, I don't know, if you don't laugh or something, you just scream. I'm leaving out all the rest of it. I have to give a little background. I was flown out to Flint because he was shot, Larry Flint, Hustler Magazine, was shot in Lawrenceville when I was doing the book in Marietta, March the 6th of 78. 79, I got a letter from the FBI, April Fool's Day, this has been to the Americans, an April Fool joke. I was still full of antifreeze and ended up being illegally in that condition. I should have gone in a coma and died. That's a living hell in itself. I was taken across the state line. Everything I had was gone illegally. And I went to work for the you start saying that. I don't get paid by them, but that's who's doing orchestrating all this. I just said it and didn't mean to. Anyway, I work for the district attorney, Fred Simpson, and that's in 80 when John Lennon was killed by Mark David Chapman, and that has to do with this whole thing. It was later when I was flown out to Flint in a campaign to replace Larry McDonald, the doctor, congressman I wrote about, whose plane had been shot down, passenger plane by the Soviets. I was flown out there. I'd never met him, but I knew the person that shot him in Lawrenceville was programmed to shoot him and kill his attorney. So I was out there twice. I didn't win the campaign, but then I was just put on the side of the road. I was blocked, targeted, couldn't get a job. So I'm going to make this short. I put it on other tapes, and I can't get it all on there. Everywhere I've gone, if I'm there a couple of days, in comes the fumes, and over the months and years, my body has just been deteriorating. My kidneys, my legs, right now, the last couple of months, I am paralyzed. My legs where I can't even get in and out of a car, and my back and kidneys and lungs. And there's no cure for it. You have to get away with it, away from it, inhaling it. So if you get to maintenance or to the owners, et cetera, and some people do it just for the hell of it. They've gotten things on people's kids, on them, and they'll comply. Some people comply because it's funny to do it to me. So anyway, I'm using this as an example, but Shaws and Patel own everything. They're from India around here. And I'll quote you, when illegal acts were going on by the Patels, they took my money and then came in, and I was going to have to leave because I was going to be so sick. They pre-warned me. And, they didn't pre-warn me. I was already in and paid them the rent, and then they're going to come in and renovate it. Call the cops. Cop says he'll arrest me. This is no joke. You have no idea what's going on in plain sight. And Patel said, we're Americans. They're from India. We're Americans now. We have to do what they tell us to do. So this has been the ongoing thing, whether they're from another country or from this country. They've got stuff on them, and in most cases they wouldn't have to. But this is typical. Everywhere I go, this is done to where I can't run anymore. And they can always deny it. I can't get an attorney. I can't go to the cops. So they leave me, if I get a room and it's a motel, moving from one to the other, pulling, dragging my stuff, made to look like a flake, okay? So, and you can't accuse them, they'll just deny it. So now that I'm back at Quality Inn, if I can get this in, Third Lane Road, in Roanoke, where I stayed 14 months till March the 3rd of this year. The Patels and Shaws bought it out, Maverick Holding. Right after I was aware they were here, they were going to remodel, but this started before they remodeled. I think I moved rooms once, pulled my stuff out, so sick. And then they were just started being really rude and moved me around on the other side. I wasn't there 2 days, I don't think, till it was so bad I had to leave. Well, now I'm back here again because the same thing went on out there. It's owned by them, and I've tried to leave Roanoke, and I end up coming back. I'm kept penniless, really. So now that I've come back, because Choice Motels, I didn't have a place to stay out there. At least they were remodeling, and they had all the things I could point to. I don't need that. They come in and deliberately make the room toxic, so you can get into that. The air conditioning, heating, or vents, or whatever, and it makes you look like, rather than being like, people want to see a gun or something, or a knife used on you, rather than a needle and antifreeze and fumes if you're allergic to them. And so I went out, after I came in here, they checked me in, this Kim, the black girl, did. I had 20 free days here, and I thought, my God, I didn't have a place to go. I happened to call Choice, and I thought, 20 days, I didn't know I had them. So they booked me. I came in, and I was here a couple of days, and it was okay. Went out for a walk, came back, fumes are gushing out. I passed out. Woke up, and it's dark, and the electricity went off. And I called Kim. She's the one that booked me in a few days. And she said she'd send someone to turn it on. Well, then she called and said, well, there's no one to turn it on. I'm the only one that's off. So then she tells me that she has one room. They control the rooms I'm in, by the way. She has one room down from me, so it leaves me pulling stuff. And I remind her, I'm old, I can't do it. Well, she doesn't have anything they can't, and she's not nice at all, rude as hell. So anyway, she said I had to have a key back to this one. I couldn't occupy 2 rooms. I just wanted to occupy the one I was in. Didn't say anything about the fumes. It was later I realized, well, they turned off the electricity. I didn't have to say anything about the fumes. Now they've moved me down, and then they moved me back because the owner was supposed to have come in up there at 11 o'clock at night. So he comes and switches the power on right beside me outside here. And I asked him to help me get a couple of things back up here. And they successfully made this old woman pull my stuff, been so rude to me. I sit up there when he was going to come in at 11. He came in at 11, the owner, and flip on the electricity. He sat there and said, well, you've been going around telling all this and complaining. If you were being killed or your kids, and that's what's being done slowly, and the life is miserable as hell. It's a living hell. You wouldn't put a person with a bee sting in a room, and they only react if they're allergic to a bee sting when they're stung. Same thing with me. When I'm force-fed, I react to the fumes like a light switch going on. Now then, it's happened again. I wasn't going to have anything to say to these people. I was going to spend my 20 days if I could, so I had a place to be. Well, now the electricity went off, and here I am spending my time on this video trying to put it up because social media is all I have. Okay, I call her. Same girl, black girl, Kim. Electricity's off. She'll send someone down to turn it on. So they turn it on, and I don't call her. I'm not going to have anything to do with them. She calls me. She says, I want to inform you. Inform me what? Now she's saying that I'm using something in here that's blowing the electricity. Well, that's not true at all. She asked me what. She's quizzing me. I'm a customer that's paying to be gassed. So anyway, make a long story short, I've tried to not raise my voice, nothing. I've learned to be subdued, not talk back, can't go to